Good morning, students. Now, in chapter 3, Introduction to the Goods and Service Tax, we have to learn about what the GST, why the GST has come in force in our country, what are the benefits of GST, and how the rate of GST are calculated. So let us begin with first what the GST, what you mean by GST. The first meaning is the tax which is applicable on supply of goods and service is known as GST. See, if you remember earlier, so many taxes were there. We used to pay the VAT taxes, we used to pay the sales tax, we used to pay the Mahajan Lago, we used to pay the octroi, different number of taxes under the different head, different taxes we used to pay. And because of that, the calculation become difficult. The state government income how much, central government income how much, the one truck is traveling from one state to another state to third state. At every junction, they have to indulge with the various tax formality. And the thing was become more complex, complicated and difficult. So after realizing all this trouble, government has introduced one policy that one nation, one tax must be there. And so the GST is implemented in our country from 1st of July 2017, that under the slogan of One Nation, One Tax policy, the GST, that is the Goods and Service Tax Act, implemented. So here the Goods and Service Act is known as the GST. Okay, it is a new tax act with a slogan under that One Nation, One Tax. There should be easy implementation of the tax structure, simple for the trader, easy for the government, administrative work need to be decreased. All these were the points. It became effective from the 1st July 2017. So these two are for your MCQ. They may ask as a one-liner question or they may ask as a MCQ. And the meaning is always that Goods and Service Tax Act is known as a GST. So 3 questions can be possible from your first paragraph itself. Now the second, rate. Under which rate the goods and services are to be taxed? Who decide the rate? What sort of a rate applicable? On the basis of necessity of the product, towards the necessity to the luxury of that particular product, and how much tax can be applied, how much tax can be charged and collected. So this decision to be taken by whom? So the GST Council, one council is established by the government, is a responsible unit council regarding deciding the rate, regarding the any dispute or controversy arise regarding the rate, and under this council every state representative are there. Along with that, the central finance minister going to lead that council. The finance minister is the head, chairperson of that council, and all state representatives are along with them. Discussion took place. They decide on the basis of necessity the rate for the GST. So the second important point is that is the rate of GST. So all the GST rates are recommended by the GST Council. So again your 1 mark question, that who decide the rate of GST. So for the 1 mark question, you may have the question that who decide the rate for GST. Each state has representation in the GST Council. You have your one person as a representative. Your state representative should be there. The finance minister of the center work as a chairman of the GST Council. So again your MCQ. that who is the chairman of GST Council. So the Central Finance Minister is the chairperson of that GST Council. So that to be considered. So this chapter particularly you have only of a 3-mark weightage. Dear student, the chapter to be prepared based on the weightage. When you have a 3-mark, one small MCQ and one-liners will be derived from the content. So when you study your content, you have to grab the points that where the possibility of that your 1-mark question is there. So the rate decided by the GST Council. Who formed the GST Council? The state representatives along with the central government finance minister who is working as a chairman of the GST Council. The decision will be taken by the GST Council regarding the rate. The another information important one that GST is one of the indirect tax. Okay, income tax is a direct tax and GST is an indirect tax. We are paying not on our income, we are paying on our spending. So on the expenses, the tax which we are paying, that is what the indirect tax. Under this act, the different tax modes are determined. The tax rates are to be determined on the basis of the necessity of the goods and services. The basic human necessities are to be taxed minimum, and the higher order, the luxury, comfort, and the what we can say the avoidable goods, but still you want that to be taxed maximum. For an example, the cigarettes are to be minimum consumed by the people. That is what the idea of government, that people should not use the product like cigarette. So maximum possible tax is applied on that because it is a harmful to the health. It is avoided. Without that also the human can have a healthy, happy and survive their life. So it's not at all a necessary product. You are taking undue, unnecessary and something extra. So the GST rate for the milk and perishable products like you can say bread and butter going to be less. But the GST rate for the cigarette are going to be maximum because the reason is that government say whatever is the basic for the humanity and human should be taxed minimum. And more the transactions are there with the basic product, lesser the transaction with the luxurious product. So more the transaction, less with the tax, less the transaction, higher with the tax. The next is that these tax rates are decided keeping in mind the nature of needs and from the basic, you can say the needs and the luxury need. Whether your need is a basic, fruit, perishable products, milk, vegetables are to be considered, the pulses and the grains are to be considered the basic product, the basic need. Human require the salt and the other consumer product which every day we are consuming are under the category of the basic product, necessity product, necessary things for the survival of human. And the luxury products, you can say that the smartphone, you can say that is the smart television, you can say that air conditioner. So these are to be considered a car, not a basic model but a premium car are to be taxed maximum because these are not a basic requirement of people. So on the basis of the basic need or the luxurious need, the GST rate that is between the range of 0 to 28%. On certain product you may have a 0 rate. 0 means nothing. And on certain product you are paying 28%. It means 100 rupee is your bill, then plus 28 8 you are paying. So you from your pocket you will be paying 128 rupees. So the basic zero, the luxurious product 28. Now we see the schedule given by the GST Council regarding GST. So let us see the rate, GST rate for the intra and interstate supply. These rates are precisely given as per the data of 2017 from when the GST is applicable, and for that data we are doing. Now see, in our example they will mention the rate. So according to the rate you have to do your example of the journal entry as well as subsidiary book. GST application will come in 2 chapters, at journal as well as subsidiary book. Now if you do the transaction with the outside, the state, means the Gujarat trader is selling goods to Maharashtra trader, then for that the tax which is applicable, that is the intra-state and union territory, the tax which is applicable, that is known as a IGST, means only one tax, IGST, that is for your intra-state transaction. Second, when you are doing transaction in your own state, itself, then you have the intra-state and the union territory supply. You have the tax, that is CGST. One covers the central government and SGST. One covers the state government. It means that Gujarat traders selling goods or purchasing goods from the Gujarat trader only, means both the trader, supplier and purchaser from the same state, that to this structure will applicable. And when both traders are from different state, then this IGST structure will be applicable. Now you have 6 schedules which are made by the GST Council. Schedule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And each schedule has different rate of taxes. Now the schedule 1 and 2, that is regarding the basic necessity product. 1 and 2, very basic necessity product. Now for the schedule 1, if you sell the product or purchase the product from outside state, then IGST 5% is applicable, and within the state if you do the transaction, then CGST half of it means 2.5 and SGST half of it means 2.5. So IGST is the total and CGST and SGST are the half of IGST. Second, schedule 2, the rate is 12%, so half 6% here for the state transaction towards the CGST and 6% towards the SGST. Schedule 3 product and 4 are the luxurious product. Then the tax rate are more. Schedule 3 you have to pay 18% towards the IGST, like that. For the CGST you pay 9%, for SGST you pay 9%. In the schedule 4 category goods, 28%, that is the maximum rate applicable, 28. So that you are paying 14% towards the CGST and 14% towards the SGST. Now schedule 5 and 6 are the special goods category. For the special goods category, for the schedule 5, 3%, that is very negligible, nominal. 3% is the IGST you have to pay, and in case of CGST 1.5% tax, SGST 1.5% tax. And the last, schedule 6, only 0.25%. 0.25% is very nominal, and that is split into 0.25, 0.125. Now, dear students, you may have a question. for that detailed knowledge and for extra information, if you are keen to know, you have to go to the GST site on the internet, search the GST rates and the schedule and the product, which name product are included in it. So you will get that, and with this you have to apply the rate which is applicable. Okay? In your example, the rates will be given. You have to follow the rate which is mentioned in the exam. Otherwise, this is the standard schedule as per the first 2017 GST Act, and the rates are decided by government, by the GST Council. I hope you understood the meaning of GST, the rate of GST and the schedule of GST, that particular rate. Thank you.